hello, my name is Boaz Faraday Schumann, and I'm here at the International Conference for the Metaphysics and Theology of the Eucharist, which is sponsored by Professor Dr. Miklós Kásler and the Institute for Hungarian Studies and organized by Gyula Klima. And I'm here today with Guido Alt, who's visiting. Is this, tell me actually, is this your first time in Budapest or Hungary generally?
That's my first time in Budapest and in Hungary in January, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And where are you originally from?
I am from Brazil. I live and work in Sweden, in Stockholm, as a doctoral researcher.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and what kind of things do you work on?
I work on medieval philosophy and the history of philosophy in general. Mm-hmm. So I have a close connection with the topic of the conference, and it has been the reason why I came. Being in this place of scholarly exchange with specialists in my field is a truly special experience.
Yeah, it's really something. Right? Now, in full disclosure, you and I have corresponded before. We've spoken over email, but this is the first time we've met.
Yes.
And it's really something. I mean, it's really quite a thing, to meet someone you actually kind of been talking with about your work and things. And this is what I love about these in-person events, these conferences and things. So tell me about your impressions of, just of the conference generally. I mean, what are you taking away? I mean, this doesn't need to be an exhaustive list, but off the top of your head, what's something that's really stuck with you?
Right. I think, the opportunity that the conference gives to talk with some of our books and some of the people we read and argue with in writing, has made me perhaps realize that there is a range of open problems in the topic we're treating here today, because they are intimately connected with the tensions of faith and reason.
Oh yes, yeah, a very common theme in this,
right.
In this week.
Right. So that has been very engaging, and for me, a big takeout of the conference is how profoundly, not only historically, but even today, it matters that these problems are dealt with in conversation and dialogue.
Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. And I think that's one of the things for me anyway that's so interesting is seeing, there's so many people here from different backgrounds, different interests and that kind of thing who are still kind of coming together and agreeing on this collection of problems, this sort of cluster of problems. And I found it very illuminating. I think absolutely, I agree with you. More generally, I think also just the backdrop is so wonderful, here in Budapest. And I since this is your first time, it's my first time too, and I always feel that I notice things so much more the first time I'm there. I notice how things, what the cars look like, the way people dress and stuff. And I just want to get your general impressions. Like, people had told you about Budapest before? Have you had friends who have traveled here, or?
For sure, I knew it was a beautiful city and one of the most beautiful European cities. It is different though when we walk to the streets, and we have had the chance to learn so much about the history of the place because of the distinguished audience at the conference who know so much about Budapest in general. So it was really special to experience firsthand the history of the town as we walked by.
Yeah, it is really something. Having Istvan and Gyula here to kind of show us around. It's been a great time, and it's also just I'm so happy to actually kind of finally meet you, because I think you and I have some very close overlap in our interests. So, well, thank you for this, and I'm glad you're enjoying everything. Do you have anything else you want to add, or anything you want to say or ask? Or?
Well, I want to thank the Institute and say that this has been a fantastic opportunity in our scholarship area. Really, I'm really happy to have met you, to have met Gyula and many others whom I've been corresponding for so long. So, that's great.
All right, let's go get dinner.
Let's do that.
Okay. All right, that's it.
Thank you.